Like the title suggests, Xbox has truly won again. It seems like for the longest time, Xbox has been on the attack when it comes to the next generation of consoles. They aren't waiting for the competition to announce anything, and they aren't afraid to show exactly what they have. Well, yesterday, as I was at work enjoying my day, I was hit with a flood of messages saying Xbox revealed the entire Xbox Series X. So of course I ran to my nearest computer, pushed my coworkers out of the way, and started to read what exactly this beast of a console had under the hood. Now of course we got a lot of information just a few short weeks ago, but this time we got a massive information dump, and it was a huge flex by Microsoft's Xbox. And this is exactly what I'm going to be covering. I'm going to talk about the reasons why Xbox is being so confident, and also talk about how strategic this was, because only a few hours ago, PlayStation announced they will be showing off the PlayStation 5 specs on Wednesday. It's pretty weird timing to see Xbox showcase all the power the Series X will have. Could this be a massive win for Xbox? Did they just cut the legs from under Sony? Let's dive into these specs and all these features and what I think about all of this. But like always, if you liked the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so I'm going to go into what I think is very important in regards to the specs of the Xbox Series X. And I want to start off with Xbox being the most powerful Xbox ever. Here's what Xbox has to say in a statement regarding the power. Today, gamers are demanding more and more games run at 60 frames per second, with high visual fidelity and precise responsive input. Developers have come up with creative solutions, such as dynamic resolution scaling, to maintain high image quality while not compromising on frame rate. But this is often done to work around the limitations and constraints of current generation hardware. That's all about to change with Xbox Series X. It's not just about making games look better though, it's about making games play better too. Now, I've talked about the specs of the console multiple times. We know that the next gen hardware will have an 8-core AMD Zen 2 CPU and an RDNA 2 class GPU. But just to dot our I's and cross our T's, let's look at the specs being revealed. We have a CPU 8x core at 3.8 GHz, custom Zen 2 CPU. The GPU is a 12 teraflops 52 CUs at 1.825 GHz custom RDNA 2 GPU. The memory is 16GB DDR6. The internal storage is 1TB custom NVMe SSD with expandable storage at 1TB expansion cards, matches internal storage exactly. And we have optical drive, 4K UHD Blu-ray drive, and performance target is 4K at 60 FPS up to 120 FPS. Now, I know most of you might not know what this all means, but to me it screams high-end performance, and it's something we've never, and I truly mean never, seen before on console. Most PCs out there today don't have this kind of horsepower, so expect high-end games running at 60 FPS minimum at native 4K. But that's not all. You also have hardware accelerated ray tracing, which again isn't on a lot of people's PCs. This is going to change the way we look at gaming. As you can see by these examples I'm putting on screen, this is going to really give developers an extra layer of immersion for these games. But let's move on to the next big thing, which is improving immersion and embracing speed. This has to do with the solid state drive and the level of I/O speeds to deliver the quality of experience they want on the Xbox Series X. Here's what the article has to say. Enter Xbox Velocity Architecture, which features tight integration between hardware and software and is a revolutionary new architecture optimized for streaming of in-game assets. This will unlock new capabilities that have never been seen before in console development, allowing 100 GB of game assets to be instantly accessible by the developer. The components of the Xbox Velocity architecture will combine to create an effective multiplier on physical memory that is quite literally a game changer. The CPU is the brain of our new console and the GPU is the heart, but the Xbox Velocity architecture is the soul, said Andrew Goosen, technical fellow on Xbox Series X at Microsoft. The Xbox Velocity architecture is about so much more than fast last times. It's one of the most innovative parts of our new console. It's about revolutionizing how games can create vastly bigger, more compelling worlds. Now, I've talked about this multiple times. Next generation is going to really open the door in regards to open world games. Developers have already taken the CPU of the current generation consoles to the limit. Games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey have really shown what talented developers are capable of. Yet next generation generation, we're going to finally get these even more impressive worlds and at 60 frames per second. Developers will have a much easier time developing for these new consoles, especially when it comes to making huge open world games. But there's also the new features where you can start multiple games within seconds and not worry about loading into a game every single time you want to play it. The quick resume does bring a much better quality of life for all gamers, and it's something I've talked about extensively. We're going to be able to just jump from game to game and have a good time while we do it. If you want to feel like playing a multiplayer game, go do that. In a few seconds, you could go over and jump over to a nice open world single player game. That's the beauty of this new console. And while that's awesome for gamers that love single player games, Xbox hasn't forgotten that there's millions upon millions of gamers that love to play competitive multiplayer games. And that's where this new every millisecond matters comes into play. Here's what Xbox has to say. Competitive gamers and the best gaming experiences demand precise, responsive control, said Goosen. The Xbox team analyzed the entire end-to-end endpoint pipeline from the controller to the console and from the console to the display, and we challenged ourselves to identify every opportunity to further reduce latency to provide the best experience for gamers on Xbox. As you can see from this graph I have up, Xbox has really gone all out with this console. It's as if they've thought about every single aspect and angle. They've put the time into this console and even have made the controller better and the precision tied to the console and controller better. If you aren't impressed with this type of detail, then I honestly don't know what to tell you. Which brings me to my last part of the video and announcements, which is the game compatibility continues in the next generation. The third and final pillar for Xbox Series X is compatibility. Through the Xbox One generation, the team has shown their passion and commitment for compatibility, putting the player and their favorite games at the center of everything they do. As gamers themselves, they understood that we all have our favorite memories, franchises, or titles that we want to continue to play even as technology and game design continues to advance. For the next generation, the team knew from the outset they wanted to double down on compatibility. That vision helped influence the design of the system, and through a combination of hardware and software, they committed themselves to ensuring that thousands of games on Xbox Ones, including Xbox 360 and original Xbox games, will play even better on the Xbox Series X. So with all these awesome specs and all these amazing features, Xbox decided to also give us our older games and have them play better. Now, of course, it's up to the developer if they want to take advantage of this, and it would seem that all first-party developers from Xbox will be doing this, because during this whole reveal, Xbox was showing off Gears 5 playing on the Xbox Series X. That's right, you heard me right, they showed the console playing Gears 5. It's the first gameplay we've seen from the new console, and it showcased just how powerful the Series X is going to be. And when you take all of these features and the power inside this console, I truly feel like Xbox is gathering the confidence of the gaming community. And that's what I mean when I say they've won again. They don't just provide us information and a roadmap of the future for the Xbox brand, they also show that they care about our experience on the console and the games we get. They want us to play our old games and still be able to play the new technology that the next generation of games will provide. This Xbox Series X marketing is on another level. They aren't holding anything back and aren't hiding behind anything. This next generation has been utterly dominated by the Xbox team, and all of these features and power are the reason why. The confidence is out there, and gamers understand that Microsoft is finally showing their full strengths when it comes to the next generation consoles. Let's hope that PlayStation can come out and combat this hype, because right now it's overwhelming. But enough of what I think about all of this. Tell me what you think about all of this. Has Xbox already won the next generation with this type of hype? Can PlayStation 5 dream to have these type of specs? Do you think all games will run at 4K 60 FPS easily? Are you happy that Xbox is so transparent with their fans? What other news do you want to know about the console? Is the next step showing next generation games running on the Xbox Series X? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so go on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. I'm almost done with Ori 2. I have about 13 hours in the game. It's so much fun, and I can't wait to start Doom Eternal this weekend. That's what I'll be playing. Let's see what you guys are playing. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.